Hey y'all, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Come on in to the wheat field. Come on in, y'all. I am so excited that it is the end of the evening. The day is done. The week is done. We get 2 days of rest and restoration. I don't know how many days you got off, but I do got my two, and I'm happy and glad for it. Okay, I'm having a beer. You know how I am. Beer, coffee, I got them. I'm gonna have one. So we having one. But we was called to do a message, y'all. Spirit said yes. We've been talking today, y'all. We had some issues getting that message out this morning. I don't know if y'all had a chance to go back and see that video that we put up today, but if you get a chance to watch it, we do have a Facebook page, y'all. So if y'all get a chance to come over there and check me out on Facebook, it's Tare, no S, Tare and Wheat Tarot on Facebook. You know, I do have a banner over there. Let y'all know, your girl, I'm not doing personal readings, y'all. I'm getting a lot of people coming into this space, and I just want to make sure everybody is safe and know that, at this time, the spirit has not called me to do personal readings. I do get some requests for personal readings, and I love y'all. I thank y'all so much. Like it does so much for just my knowingness that you guys would trust me to deliver messages to you. Especially, it lets me know that it's resonating, and that, yeah, the job that spirit is having me do, it's just, thank you, thank you. But I want y'all to be safe. I'm a person that has watched tarot, because I always, if you were a seer, you respect other seers, and then I understand that it's people who take prey on that, and will take advantage of those who are seeking assistance. So I want you guys just to know that at this point in time, I do not do personal readings. I don't have a WhatsApp. I don't even have an Instagram. I have a TikTok that nobody is on, like literally it's me and the crickets. Okay, so there's no following there. Like, there's nobody from, I wouldn't be reaching out, I wouldn't be asking you to do anything or send nothing. Like, that's just not, so I have heard many other readers having their audience of people who come to them to seek their messages be taken advantage of, and I just don't want anybody in this space to go through that. So we're growing. So spirit, just led me to say that. So just be responsible. So I don't know if I'll probably need to, I think I did put something in my description box, but I may make it just a little bit more plain, just so that you guys know that, you know I speak on a collective basis. If spirit gives me specific wheat to say, I'll say it, but otherwise, I'm speaking to us. I'm speaking to the field. I'm edifying source. I'm edifying self. I'm edifying you all, other selves, other part, unity, harmony, us coming together and balance and loving each other better, recognizing the tears in our life so that we can see what's projected at us, what we need to do to edify ourselves and get into that growth space. You know what I'm saying? We've been talking about getting these engines oiled up and oil change and getting some of this gunk out, that sludge out, so we can be rolling and, get activated, Again, we was in Genesis 1 and 26 today, when the Most High was speaking to the self, those spirits of self, the spirit of joy, the spirit of might, the spirit of intellect, like all of those, the spirit of wisdom, like all of those spirits that, and had the Most High. Maybe we'll do something on that one of these days, coming up soon. Spirit, yes. Okay, let's get into these cards. So since we was down in there, talking about ourselves, how our light was called to be, where we was placed at in this plane, how we know you the wheat, your connection to the source, how you can, once you get into the flow and get your engines going and you moving and rolling like that, how you turn into a whole alchemist and you could wield all this source material and manifest your abundance. So right now we about to but you gotta believe. You got to believe and know that you are directly connected to the source, the most high. You can wield all of this. You can do this. You can tap into that power. You were made in the image of, in the likeness of the most high, in his spirits, in his attributes, right? It's not just the word, it is joy and intellect. It's all the other spirits of the source that are with you, that were ingrained, that that's the stuff you were made out of. Like, you can't get away from it because you're made out of it. Like, how you gonna, tell this sweater that it ain't cotton when it's made out of cotton? Just saying. They can't tell you that it's silk when it's made out of cotton. Just saying. You made out of the source, baby. The wheat you made for good bread. Can't nobody tell you you ain't. So I'm gonna need you to do this here and believe in your own magic. So that's what we at, y'all. So let's go ahead on and get into it. See what cards spirits want to, talk to us about, and let's have a conversation about how y'all doing, how y'all day was. I told y'all about my day. If you wasn't for them earlier messages, you haven't seen it. Yeah, I had one of them readings happen to me, y'all. It happened to me. Yeah, that what was it? That story of the victim mindset card, the green one with the acorn. It's in there. Go back and read that and listen to that reading. I think it's Release Your Victim Story or Narrative or something like that. I think it's the name of the video. But yeah, this say throne. I just have to show it to you since I done looked at it. Right? Your potential is endless. And I think that is so perfect, Spirit, the Most High. You see how Source come through and just bring in all that synchronicity. We was literally just talking about how you are made out of the stuff of the Source. Like, if this sweater is cotton, then it's made out of cotton. You are made out of the Source of the Most High. Genesis 1:26 we talked about that, y'all. We've been talking about it. We've been talking about it, peeps. We've been talking about it. We've been saying, you made out of source material. You made out of the stuff that he used to make the cosmos. So when you look up at the sun and the moon and the stars, that's you. Do you got that fire like a volcano? Yeah. Do you got that come through and tear some ish up like a hurricane? Yeah. Tornado? Yeah. I mean, they don't name hurricanes after, Katrina. Hello. Just saying, let's put we bringing it in together. I'm about to take this sweat off. I'm gonna be hot up in here in a minute. I'm just saying. Y'all, we got to bring this together. Your potential is endless. How can you be limited when you made out of the same stuff as the cosmos? And we know the universe is expanding. I mean, as we grow, source grows, it just expands. It's the ever unfolding rose. It just keeps blossoming and unfolding and unfolding and unfolding. I mean, yes. Spirit said, do it for you. We've been talking about that. You got to, start with self. That's what Source showed us with Adam. That relationship right there. Adam was like, oh, this is the vision, and this is edifying to self. Me and the Most High, we're like this here. So we walking, and whatever I say is. If I say that is a giraffe, then it's a giraffe. If I say that that's an elephant, then it's an elephant. He was over here just doing his thing, calling it out, naming it, putting stuff where, doing it for him. Do it for you. Do that for you. Go in the spirit. I told y'all, play with y'all stuff in the spirit. Do it for yourself. I hope y'all, it's Friday. Do it. Do it. What you finna do? I'm just saying. I'm always in the spirit. I'm always in the spirit. I'm flowing the spirit, y'all. I'm telling you, whatever I'm doing in the spirit. Let's do it. Come on, spirit. What other cards you got for the week? What else can we tell the people? What else would you like to say? Treat your body like the palace it is. I don't know how most I feel about this beer I'm drinking. Spirit of Joy, do you enjoy this beer? Yeah, we like beer. We do. We have to drink it in moderation. And do we drink enough water, Spirit? Definitely don't drink enough water. So that's not in balance. Am I treating my body like the palace that it is when I'm drinking a beer and I haven't drank enough water for the day? Probably not. That's a reminder for me too. I'll take it. Thank you, Spirit. You know what else I was thankful for in that second when I said thank you and took a sip of beer? Was the patience to know that he ain't through with me yet, y'all. Spirit know that they ain't through with me yet. They know we like a beer and we ain't drinking enough water. I can't go back and change that. I can drink some for the night though. I can have this beer and then go drink some water. I can do that. I can do that. We'll do that. I have committed. I shall do that. Thank you, Spirit. That's all it be. Balance it out. Balance it out. You know, get some balance to this here thing. You want this one? No. What's under here? Okay. I feel like it moved it to the bottom. Okay. I'm just trying to see what this is. There we go. Yeah, it's a lot in here. Okay, let me set that to the side. Escapist, come home to yourself. Ooh, that's beautiful, Spirit. Y'all see how Spirit just did that? I'm telling y'all, did y'all just see how Spirit just did that? Come home to yourself. Come home to you. Come inside. Spirit says, come inside. Come in. The street lights is on, y'all. The porch light is on. It's getting dusk. Y'all can't see. Can y'all see this here? It's getting dark. I don't know if y'all can see that. I'm just throwing stuff out there. I'm just saying, you know, it's getting dark outside. It's time to come in. Spirit says it's always time to come into you, to deepen your relationship with the Most High, to really understand, you know, again, that fullness of spirit. No matter where you at in your walk, you could be doing this like, I mean, no pun intended, like seriously, like monk status. And what do? Every day? Meditate. Every day. Meditate. We must meditate. The word says that. The word tells us, the Most High tells us to meditate on the word day and night. Meditate on the word day and night. And that don't mean you have to be walking around with your nose in a book day and night. Because again, we can see the Most High everywhere. We see God everywhere. We see our connectivity everywhere. We can see the essence of how the Spirit moves in all of us everywhere. We can see how, again, we talked about holding on lightly. The trees don't hold, if we going into fall, the trees not going to hold on to those leaves that they've had for a season. 2 seasons. They budded in spring, blossomed to fullness in summer. It started to decline and descent into death and transition in the fall. Because they're getting ready to fall off and release. And when they release, they fall to the ground. They come back. They go back into nourishment and edification for the roots, for the same tree to do what? Bud more leaves. It's the cycle. And then what does those trees do for us? Me and my dad, love you, Dad, you know, was talking about this today. And I tell you, that's a whole word right there. We'll share that story one day as the Spirit allows, you know, cause us to share. Yeah, because forgiveness is real. It's real. And it's not just for the other person. It's for you too, we. And it can happen, and it needs to happen now, like at any stage, because again, it is getting the gunk out of your centers, out of your energy spaces, out of this heart space, out of this throat space, out of that brow, out of your crown. You know how you get all up in here and get that out, get that sacral cleaned out, get them roots cleaned out, get your engines growing into some rhythm, you know, where you feeling that flow of life, just that breath going in and out, that rhythmic flow of just being in syncopation with the Most High, digging into that light and that goodness. Baby, there you can definitely work some magic. You are called and made in His likeness. Your ability to manifest and to create It's within you. It's in the kingdom. It is. It is. And you do it all the time. You just don't realize it. You work your magic all the time. It's all about whether you're working from a high vibration or a low vibration. Are you coming from your south node or your north node? You know, we could go all kind of terminology. We can use frequencies. We can say high vibration, low vibration, north node or south node, good or evil. You know, it's all the same. It's all the same. It's spectrum, perspective. Where's your mind space at? Where's your heart space? I feel your energy, spirit, right? Forget. I pray the sound is on this. Because if we lose this message due to no sound, my feelings gonna be a little salty. I'm saying, spirit, please preserve this message in the sound. Because I said we need to forgive so we can get that gunk out of our system. We gotta clean these engines up. Lighten that heart space up, because that forgiveness ain't for them, it's for you, so that you could run better. And what did spirit pull, y'all? We ain't playing around with this thing. We getting woke up, okay? We finna activate. Why? Because we the bread, baby. We the bread. I don't know who done told you what, made you feel like what, made you think what. Do that say you already know the answer? It's already in you. Most High wrote his word in you. Most High wrote his word in you. Spirit will bear witness. Okay? And I think I was talking about an ophthalmologist or something like that. It's an ophthalmologist with the eyeballs. It's an ophthalmologist, optometrist, one of them. Spirit, which one is it? Spirit says optometrist. So if I was calling it wrong, you know what I'm saying. The doctor that take care of these little two things right here in front of your face. Ask them if they see some shit. I bet you, no, they don't. They don't. And that is a wonder of life. Talking about the seven wonders of the world. It ain't no Eiffel Tower. It's how these two things right here and all of us can see the same damn thing. And they don't see shit. Now that's a wonder. Wonder that. That right there. Wonder how these little taste buds can tell salty from sweet and sour. Spicy, sweet, sour, garlicky. All that. Tell me that. That's a wonder. I know, right, spirit? Wings. You don't need them to fly. You don't need no wings to fly. Got some out shit. Yeah, I'm just saying. There's some earth angels around here. Hey, earth angels, how y'all doing? Yeah. But y'all, we don't need no wings to fly. You made it a source. We done dropped another one down here. And you know it ain't that because Spirit said, don't be afraid to sing. Spaceship. You come from the universe. You are supposed to be different. You are designed different. We're made out of all the same source material, but our light is different. Source knows us by name individually, by individual light. How special is that to know that Source knows you by light? Don't feel down upon self. Don't think that you are forgotten. Don't think that you are disconnected. You are not. You're not. And when I tell you, babe, we are the cream of the crop. You the weeds. I guess. I guess. And the world awaits you. Yes, it does. The world awaits you. And what is she doing? What are we talking about doing? Waking up. Yes, she is. She waking up. You want to know why the world awaits you? Because the world is waiting for you to realize who you are, to step into your truth. Heaven is waiting for you to step into your truth and remember who you are. The world knows that you were placed over it. The Most High said you were called to dominate this here plane. So is the world waiting on you to wake up? Yes, they are. Yes, absolutely. The plants, the trees, the flowers, the bees, the birds, all of them waiting on you to wake up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they are. They waiting on you to wake up because it's our job to go forth, to multiply, and to replenish. And I believe that we are in a state of dire need of replenishment. We've been multiplying. We've been multiplying like rabbits up in here. We multiplying for sure. That we are doing. Yeah, that's happening. But what are we multiplying in the plane? Is it high vibrational frequency? Is it love? Is it more light? Are we replenishing? Are we being respectful of the plane? Are we giving and receiving back onto the Most High as He's giving to us? Now, however you want to chop that up, it's still applicable. Oh yeah, it's relative. It's relative. Let's think about it. You don't have to tithe to get back to the Most High. That's not what He said. That's not. It's not. What God needs your money for? You can believe what you want to believe. Do what you want to do. Charity is good. Yes. Giving unto others, absolutely. As you would give unto self. Yes. In good faith and in good measure. Yes, absolutely. But if we don't seed back the earth, how can it give us a harvest of anything? Come on now. Take yourself out on a date. Spirit said, yeah, do something for you. Maybe it's saying this because it's Friday, I don't know. Anyway, Spirit says you must give back, right? Again, we talk about the story of the talents. You don't want to serve it back or just hoard it and hold it, right? You have to grow it and give it back. You sow it back. You keep sowing yourself back. You develop self, and as you develop self, you give self back out. We learn, and as we learn, we teach. It's the same principle of always of giving and receiving. It's the cycle of giving and receiving. As we receive, we can go back to the trees. Me and my pops just talked about this. As we breathe, because letting him, sharing what we're doing, y'all, please pop, share the channel, we're growing, this is where we're at, and this is how I'm bringing the message, and I hope you support, and you guys can, the whole nine, and, yeah, so I was talking to him about grounding and how my affinity of nature and how we can see the Most High across all the systems, especially in nature. Like it's so intelligent, and nature, the body, our biology, like it's just second to none. You can really see the intelligence of the source when you look at how the design of the systems and then how the chaos of the just randomness interacts with the systems. Like it's just this beautiful dance, right? So he was taking that message further. And at first I was just like, oh yeah, I was just down that lane. Like, I'm so glad we walking in tandem with this thing. Like, yeah, we go, but he started to edify me further in that deepening that conversation, because it's like, okay, we know we can look at the trees and observe how they move, how they flow. Like we were talking about, we could see how they flow and get an inkling of how we should flow. But he took it deeper in the fact that, of course, it's here breath of life, that we have this breath, this source, this connectivity to everything. The Most High is animating us with His breath, His spirit, that breath of life. The spirit of the Lord is animating, flowing in and out of our lungs all the time, right? But yeah, ain't that generated, out of this? I mean, a part of that system is nature. The plants, they definitely give us this oxygen in this realm that we need in this plane, right? So as they exhale oxygen, that waste, we give them our waste, the carbon dioxide, right? We're gonna take this thing back. Like I said, we basics, bring it on in, so we can see how the design of the Most High is so intelligent, and we can look at His intelligence across all spectrums and get a more full realization of who we are and how we can operate. Yeah, it's people that's like, oh yeah, I'm a tree hugger. Yeah, I don't believe in. I'm an atheist. I believe in whatever science. Okay, well, science is a representation of the Most High. I mean, that's just showing you His intelligence. You're just looking at it in a different way. You're looking at it under a microscope. He still made those. I mean, like that's all still source. Did it separate because you looked at it from a different perspective, or you categorized it different? I mean, we come up with the categories and the silos and the boxes. The Most High didn't do that. We did that. We decided that this was this was religion and that was nature. Source said, I'm source. And creation is my creation. And everything in creation belongs to me. Now, if you want to put these other labels on here, then y'all go ahead on and do what you want to do. But that's not what the truth is. The truth is that everything in here belongs to the source. And it comes from the source. And you are made in his likeness, in his image. And that's just that. Mindful message, Spirit says. Thank you so much. Let's be mindful. We just dug down in there. So let's go on into some mindful message. Y'all, we only at 25 minutes. We got a few more. It's Friday night. What y'all doing? I'm having a little sip. You got you a sip, y'all? Wish I could turn on some music, but they be copywriting, Can't do it. Spirit of Joy said we might, do that after this here video. Have us a beer. And then we got to finish our beer. Then we're going to have some water because we're committed to having water, right? We're going to be committed to that. Word is bond now. I'm going to lie myself with my word. Spirit won't let me lie. I can have me a beer, but I need to be in balance. I mean, it just is. I got to take care of my vessel. I got to do that. I got to be responsible, response able while I'm able to respond. That's our word too, y'all. Spirit just be doing it. Come on, y'all. Let's be mindful. Come on, Spirit. Spirit says, ooh, we've been talking about manifesting and touching it. Get in touch with our light and increasing them lumens, releasing them blockages so that we can do what? Get these motors going. What is the purpose of that? Manifesting our abundance, baby. That's what it is. Because why? Because you breathe. I told y'all. I only had 2 sips of beer. Like, it ain't, well, it's more than 2 sips, but look at that. It ain't even, it's a half. It ain't that. Trust me. Look, it's not. Casting spells. And I think that's probably why my words got messed up now. Because check this out. Y'all know the power of life or death is where? Right here. Casting spells. The words I speak and the stories I tell are like spells. Is there a reason that something is attacking how I get my words out right now? Could be. I don't know. Just something to ponder. I'll think about it. The words I speak and the stories I tell are like spells. And I say and believe and attract more what I say. See, I can't even read right now. Don't tell nobody. I did go to college. Like, I can't read. I'm just saying. What I say and believe, I attract more of. So I shift my story from lack to abundance. Yeah. From victim to empowered and from complaint to gratitude. Now, when I speak to others through my words, I am casting beautiful spells. Exactly. And so we kind of touched on this a little bit earlier today, being mindful of our words. Again, the power of life and death is in the tongue. We speak out, again, spells on ourselves all the time. This goes right back to the conversation that me and my dad were having. He mentioned word is bond. And he got to talking in a way, and I said, well, yeah, I definitely received that, and I received that in a way that the Most High wrote His word in us, right? So that's His word, right? And then we have, our mental mindset self, that subconscious or consciousness kind of thing, right, going on. So subconscious and consciousness, right? So we have a mindset that we attribute to that is self. So self, our highest self, not our highest self, but this self subconsciously in spirit commune, right? You commune, and that connection is always there. Again, subconscious, you're not always realizing that you are tapped in and tuned into the Most High. That lock was getting on my nerve, y'all. Anyway, you are tuned into the Most High. So even though you don't consciously realize that you are connected, you are. So that word and your words in that subconscious realm should be aligned, right? And that takes some deep meditative work to make sure that your subconscious mind is is aligned with the words of the Most High, that you have, because you're taking in so much over this lifetime that your subconscious begins to conform. That's why we have the law to be ye not conformed, and we must meditate on the word day and night in order to combat that subconscious conformity, because we have it on two levels, not only in the subconscious but in the upper conscious mind, right? So okay, so we just worked through two levels. We got the foundational word, which is written in you, because you know that's that gut. It tells you, yeah, don't, that's not right. Yeah, you don't do that. Nope. It's that intuition word that speaks to you. Now, whether you listen to it or not, it's a difference, right? So that's one level that has to come in. And then when you actively bring yourself, your words, your conscious mind, your conscious speaking words spoken out, your spoken words into alignment, now you can truly say word is mine, right? I'm aligned with the word of the Most High, subconsciously and consciously across the spectrum, that Trinity mindset, all three pieces in alignment, right? So yeah, I just thought that was beautiful, considering I just had that conversation with my dad. So I will take this, because yes, and offer it as well, because we've been talking about how do you use your words, your I am statements, saying basic truths to self. Don't lie to you, right? If you can't even get to the point where you are unable to not say it out, you have to rewrite that story, rewrite your story. That's why we spoke about releasing the past narrative, right? You may have been certain things in the past, or life may have been this way in the past, but that is not who you are. Life does not begin and end with your story, and you are not your story, right? You are a person. You are an expression of the Most High, with characteristics and attributes and qualities that make you who you are, not your experience. Your experience is the things that happen for you. And if you're still breathing, having a breath of life, the spirit of the Lord within you, the source, the breath of source within you, that animating force within you, then you definitely can sit in a position to say for me and not to me, right? It's just all about your mindset and your perception. How is your mind seeing things? Again, y'all, go check out that optometrist. I'm gonna look it up just so I can make sure I'm getting it out to y'all right. But I want to, spirit said optometrist, the person that do these things. They'll tell you when the next time you in there, just strike up a conversation with them and say, "Hey, I heard this weird thing that our eyes don't really see nothing," and see what he say. He gonna think you. I bet you he's gonna be like, "That is the most interesting patient I have had in ever." Because it ain't a whole bunch of people that's going to ask him that question. Yeah, I I told y'all. Forgiveness is a thing, y'all. Yeah, forgiveness is a whole thing. I learned that from somebody I'm trying to be away from. Tell you that your tears ain't teachers. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Trying to be away from it, but I walked away from it a whole different person with a whole different lifestyle. And it's actually one that I find very, yeah, because I always wanted to work from home and I always wanted to do what I was doing. And there was a pathway that led me into that. And I didn't even know that was what happened. I just happened to fall in love. That was it. And it led me here. I don't have a marriage anymore, but I know what love is and I know what it's not. That's the key. I know what it is and I know what it's not. I know where my boundaries should be and I know where they shouldn't be. I know what kind of boundaries I need and dig into that. I mean, we had some before. It wasn't like we didn't. We just throwing cards everywhere now, but we did not use our discernment and we did not follow our intuition. We did not. We learned that lesson. It was costly. But you know what? I'd pay the price all over again because I love them. I did. And I still love them. And what I just told y'all I got from them about that whole, must not be important for me to give him the credit like that. I guess that was it because now it's gone. But whatever. Infinite creativity, y'all. Spirit says You have the ability to have infinite possibilities. You know, you're again, the spirits of the Lord are with you. At any moment, I am able to tap into an infinite source of energy. I just said the spirits of the Lord is with you. Now I haven't even read the card yet. Uh, an infinite source of energy and creativity within me. Unique ideas flow through, each one capable of blossoming into beautiful creations. Yes, I was just doing what I thought I was supposed to do, and I, continue to grow and sow into that situation. Unfortunately, my relationship is over, but I'm still a whole different me. And trust me, I wasn't sitting like in this position when everything went. I was not this mindful. Huh? Oh no, it was levels, it was layers. We had to heal. Oh, we had to heal. Oh, we had to heal. New adventures. Today, I open myself up to new adventures. I go out and do something I've been holding back from. I move through the fear rather than let it control me. I trust my intuition and follow my desires. Oh, yeah. Did we not just say we learned how to trust our intuition? I'll be throwing cards, Spirit. Spirit is saying be mindful, right? Trust your intuition. The creativity is in there, and it's even inside of your tear situation. You know, the ability to hold on to self and to dig into self, into love and light while you go through something truly challenging, something that wants to take you out of your square, that is designed to bring out the absolute worst in you. To dig into a place of love while you're being pushed, um, while you're being pushed into a state of chaos and destruction, that which would have you come, which would come to make you destroy yourself, right? um to be able to do this, play, praise through the tear until you get to the testimony, holding on to your light, holding on to yourself, knowing that source will never leave you, that you are still connected. Definitely times where I just wanted to go to source, like I definitely have been there and had to get some serious healing. I'm telling y'all, I had to. The pain that leads to activation. Oh yeah, it could be one that it might can have you. Hmm. I am completely engaged in what I do in the here and now. I call it play instead of work. I am deeply fulfilled by all that I do. That is beautiful. To be at a place where you are deeply fulfilled by all that you do, not only in your service for to meet your financial obligations, but service unto self, service unto other selves, service unto the source, the most high. It's that right there is beautiful. And conscious focus is the last one. What I focus on, I attract more of. Starting with today, I will be more conscious of what I choose to spend time speaking or thinking of. We that's beautiful connection right there. Connection to the earlier session that we finally was able to get out because we were consciously focused on getting that message out. We were not going to let the tears stand against us for pushing that message out. And for you all, don't let anything come against you and stand against you to distract you and keep you from doing what it is and accomplishing that thing. Whatever if you find yourself in a situation where everything is coming against you to stop you, it's like thing after thing after thing after thing. Keep pressing, keep pressing. But first, I'll ask to make sure that you have stopped, you've truly gone in to source, sat in the spirit, and affirmed that this is the pathway that you're supposed to be on. Because it could be twofold. It could be the tear pushing up against you, or it could be source saying wrong way, right? Turn around, wrong way. So it is up to you, each person, each vessel, to go into source and discern, sit in spirit and have spirit reveal onto you which pathway. Now, whether you do that again by yeah, people be projecting. We've been getting that, but Spirit doesn't want that card. Do you want African Goddess? Yes. So we're definitely gonna go there too. But yeah, just be mindful. Make sure that you are having fun in your service, y'all. That's why we be having fun. Come on now. Everything we gotta release and lighten up. You know, this is a plane for us to experience. We are journey on a journey. I'm gonna quit trying to say that word because I cannot get it out. But or we'll practice it off camera. That sounds like a thing too. But anywho, yeah, we're on a journey through this experience called life, and we're learning. And while we're learning, we're teaching and we're expanding. And while we're teaching, we're giving back to Source. We're being edified by Source. That's why we edify everything around us, right? Okay, well, we want which one? Not this one. Okay, so Sekhmet, the wounded healer. Beautiful. I'm feeling right now that it's a double fold. Yeah, that's what I was feeling, Spirit. So Spirit kind of drew a line, where it's like two sides. So it feels like wounded and healer at the same time. Like we, as the wounded, having experienced tears, that leave like that tenor. Yeah, I do know little summer gnats. It was just something around here, probably because. Anywho, uh, the tears come against you and it leaves the wounds, those tenor sores, the betrayals and things like that coming in. And then you still have to heal, and you have knowledge or the awareness, or coming into the awareness that you are also a healer. You can heal self, right? Going in, you can save self, right? The ability to save self is within you because the kingdom is in you. So you can enter into the kingdom where it's safe at any time. Good juju. Good vibes, y'all. That's what we need to use. That light, the good energy. That's what we need. Do you want to pull the book on that? I mean, we could. No. Brazen is back out. Making those decisions, being in close communion with the Most High, where you're making decisions that are like, not only just the everyday, problem solving, or what does joy want to do, or how can we activate our spirit of might and dig into that fortitude, like how do we activate and bring about patience and wisdom, like how do we do that, activate those spirits and make room and make choices to make room, whether those choices again are in forgiveness or seeking, asking questions, empowering self, more learning, getting grounded, all kinds of different things. But so it's the everyday Adam walk kind of stuff, but it's also that next level Joshua, type of energy, like, hey, we going into the land and we could look. It's good for the bread. It's good for the taking. Let's do it. Like, and we rewriting the future type energy. So it's in those types of decisions. How are you rewriting your future? How are you digging into that creativity and making bold decisions that's going to lead you to your highest self, or manifesting again all the abundance that you want to create? Is there anything else here, Spirit, that you would like to have? No. I'm gonna have to show y'all this last card though. What that say, y'all? Awakening. Ain't she beautiful? Standing in this water, all of the emotion, all of the color, all of the love and royalty, the red and the blue and the purplish indigo, right? We those beautiful dolphins. She's pregnant, getting ready to birth out some stuff. So of course, awakening is gonna be uncomfortable. She's getting ready to give birth. You can see it in her, but she's so luscious, so vibrant, so beautiful. She's birthing out, again, that when you wake up, you birth out a whole nother you. You come into a realization, yeah, that the real you was in there all along. And with this, what you thought is so much more. And you begin to evolve. And again, the ever unfolding roads where you just continue to birth iterations and variations of self over and over and over again. You grow and evolve, and you continue to just to manifest, and you definitely will harvest all all that you manifest. Just will. But you got to sow the seed, right? You got to sow the seed to harvest. You got to do the groundwork. You got to get grounded, do the groundwork so that you can plant the seed, so that you can nourish and grow the seed up, so that you can harvest, so that you can eat. Because you, the wheat, are called for good bread. And we do edify source. So you digging into you being the best you, make sure this light is still on, being the best you that you can do. Being the best you, the highest version of you that you can be at all times. You're in a process, you're on a walk. And as you come into your awakening, as you come into this process, as you go deeper into self, release that gunk, getting those systems moving and activating again, it will happen. Again, you will be transformed by the renewing of your mind, right? You will awaken, you will birth something new, and there will be a harvest, right? And we know that being the wheat, we will be harvested because are made for good bread. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. I hope y'all have a great Friday evening. Play some little music. Maybe have you a little beer. Drink some water, Spirit said. Make sure you balance. So, balance. Get your flow on. I might pop back in a little bit later. We'll see what the Spirit want to do. Y'all know how it go. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. I love y'all like I love me. Yes, I do. I really, really do. Until the next time, y'all. Ashe.